Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online challenge. We're back once again with Karn Eldrazi Ramp on the on the draw for game one. I will keep this. Pass. I mean, I'm tempted. I guess a good Utopia Sprawl. This could be a mirror match. So I guess the question now becomes, do I go Commercial District into Temple, Talisman Temple, Kicked Myco Spawn, or do I try and go Temple, Temple, Impulse? Huh. Because the main downside of going Commercial District is we find ourselves with a Kozilek's command. Then we would be able to command X2, right? Let's go Temple and pass and pass. Let's see if this is a mirror match. Plays Windswept Teeth, looking like it at a glance. Forest, Talisman. Resilience is unique to the mono green version. There's Myco Spawn. Yeah, 2, 4, 5. So a land and they get there. Need a command now. We do whiff on the command. In that case, we'll go Temple Talisman and pass. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, but not an impossible one. So if they have land and a kicked Myco Spawn, we're in a rough position, but it's not the end of the world, right? Yeah, based on the Talisman being Resilience, this should be the mono green version with both Ugin and Karn. I guess maybe there was an argument in retrospect to playing the forest instead of the temple. The reason being is that they have access to Ghost Quarter, which not every deck is on. This could be kind of rough. Yeah, in retrospect. Should have played the forest to insulate ourselves from that option. Thankfully, they go temple instead, so we're able to go make a spawn of our own. Do you have another temple? Interesting. And that gets us to 5. No reason to play it right now, though. Well, not entirely true. I guess the main reason to play it would be that way we could draw into another soul land and play Breaker or Sire. Let's go Temple. I will cast Sowing Myco Spawn. The question now becomes whether or not I grab a Ghost Quarter, right? 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, that's 13. So they do play Emrakul, which I believe they do. They have Emrakul on 4. The alternative option is I could go Ghost Quarter. So I can either do one of two things. We can go Bojuka Bog, or we can go Ghost Quarter. Bojuka Bog will eliminate the potential for an Emrakul. However, Ghost Quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, would cut them short on by 1. So if they have a land, they have Emrakul. That's kind of rough. I don't have good options here, to be honest. I do not have good options here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no matter what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll go Ghost Quarter. Not the biggest fan of this concept, I'll be honest. But I think it is necessary. We're going to Ghost Quarter the Forest. The reason why I'm choosing the Forest over, let's say, a Temple is because that way they don't have enough mana for Ugin. They do find another Soin Myco spawn. That is unfortunate, though. That's a kicked Myco. Temple down. I mean, now they have Sanctum of Ugin. They did have the land, so interesting. I will block here. Puts another type in my yard. Or I guess it puts another type in their yard, too. And of course, we do have the lab. Yeesh. I mean, I think there's still a possibility of drawing into another soul land. So I'll play the lab, imprint the Ugin, and hold. Yeah. Fetch the Windswept Teeth for our Surveil land, I'd imagine. Mortuary, Mort. Let's see, do you have the Emrakul? I think you do. No, a third Soin Myco spawn, Jesus. Alright, well, we're going to turn Ugin to hand and pass in full. Yeah, I mean, things are looking grim. We need them to basically just stop drawing gas. Draw, Null Drifter. Can't evoke it, so we'll just go Commercial District, trigger. Soin Myco spawn top, and pass, and pass. Okay, stop drawing gas for one moment. We might be able to rally back. I say as they're going to cast something big, Jesus. Is that a World Breaker? No, it's an Emrakul. No, it's a World Breaker. Okay, so I'll draw the Temple down. Sanctum of Ugin trigger. There's the Emrakul. Okay, so now they officially do have it. We're going to take 6 down to 10. We have no playables next turn. We're just going to concede here. There ain't nothing we can do about that right now. I mean, triple Myco spawn, not much we can do about that. I think if they didn't have the second Myco spawn, we might have been able to do more, but it was not the case. Not much else to bring in or out, so we'll just run it back as is. We'll hope that Consign is enough. We know that they're not running Consign, nor are they running Stone Rain. So we really just need to make sure that we stay either on the offensive to the point where they can't do anything, or on the defensive with Consign. I will keep, because this is a turn to Karn. We're going to go Stomping Grounds, Shock, Utopia Sprawl for green, Lab, Emrakul, Karn, turn 2 into Liquid Metal Coating. For green, and pass, and pass. There's Utopia Sprawl, Null Drifter, KGC minus. So short of them having their own KGC, I think we should be in a good position. Ancient Stirrings. Things are looking up for us. And Bone scoops it up. Solid win. I mean, yeah, that's just what Karn does sometimes. Sometimes Karn just goes, cool, I'm here, turn 2, what now, friend? Run it back as is, not much else to say. From the draw for game 2. Okay, this is looking promising. We do need to draw into some action, but I do like it. Utopia Sprawl, draw, Ugin. Okay. Blue, pass, and pass. Ancient Stirrings for Temple. They'll play Temple. No, I'm gonna go Ancient Stirrings again. I imagine they still play the Temple. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Talisman. Really? Okay. So we know 2 cards in hand. Oh no. Yes, we do. We must have seen another Temple. Rumble. I want to play the Rumble, but I can't. Not in good faith. Not yet, anyways. The only way we'd be able to do so is if we find a talisman, wouldn't it? I think we hold here. Talisman resolves. Temple and passing. Draw. Double Rumble. Gotta be joking me. Yeah, the question now becomes whether or not we just stay on the defensive. Name Eldrazi. I think we have to. The problem is a Kozilek's command would kind of suck. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will counter it. 3 unknowns in hand. That's a good question now, isn't it? If I don't counter it, they can find potential cards. If I do counter it, yeah, we'll let that resolve. Okay. Yeah, I really needed that Rumble to be a command. Another green source. 1 top, 1 bottom draw. Let me just hold again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a kicked Myco spawn. Yes. Replicate. They have no access to consign 2 times. So first one's countering the body, second one is the kick trigger, and third one is the search. At this point, actually I don't pass in full. I need to hold off, just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4 for KGC. KGC will resolve, we'll pass in full. We're gonna grab liquid metal coatings. We need a body on board ASAP. Either that or our own KGC. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the liquid metal. Draw. Jesus Christ. This is a problem. I need a sewing Mycospawn or my own KGC now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta be joking me. This is rough. I mean, we can go Ghost Quarter, take out a land, but then what? We can Eldrazi Temple. I think we have to go Temp because we only have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Emrakul's not going to cut it yet, so we go Temp. Yeah, there's some really bad top decks there. Like 3 Rumbles back to back. Criminy. 2, 4, 6, 1 short. Okay. Okay. There's Liquid Metal Coat, targeting. The thing is, if they target my freaking forest, I'm dead in the water. These Rumbles will be bricks as I draw into a green source. Yep. 2, 4, 6. We need a land off the top is what I need right now. Desperately. Oh no. What the what? Oh. Well, that's not much better, because now they're going to hit my spawn. Shoot. In response. I guess I could have sacked... I mean, that wouldn't have been the worst idea to have returned the World Breaker to hand, I guess. Yeah. I don't think that'll matter, but... Of course. Breeding Pool, Shock... Actually. Malevolent Rumble. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can find a soul land. That would be ideal. Of course we can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we can grab Karn. And that might just be able to buy us some time. Not a lot, mind you, but some. Two, 4. Question now becomes what I do with KGC. I mean, not much in my sideboard is viable here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jeez. So then an Emrakul will get me. Well, plus on with KGC and then pass. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So unless they have a lab 7-mana value spell, they won't be able to Cityscape if they play that. I'm not sure if they do. Interesting. Why did they not fetch the Misty Rain? Yep, they're gonna beat Karn for 3. If they have nothing else, then we might be in a decent position. Okay. Sorry, 7 deaths isn't it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we need a soul land. Not ideal. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, there's a soul land, there's an Emrakul. We already have lands and graves, so that won't solve that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go Ugin Lab. We're going to imprint the Cyrus 7 deaths. See, I grow concerned about one thing, and that's a bridge. Cyrus 7 deaths would be good. Reminder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So even if I take out a soul land, it doesn't matter. They can still cast Emrakul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, no way for me to push the numbers for Emrakul, it looks like. So the best thing I can do is probably Ugin Lab, Imprint Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. I think we need to imprint the Breaker and go for the Sire, so we can start attacking down Karn effectively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Imprint Breaker. Not a comfortable position to be in, I will admit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But next turn we can cast the Ugin, and that is relevant. Fetching. For what? My opponent fail to find? Or they just grabbed forests? I also just grabbed forests. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. We're going after KGC, lest they go for a bridge. My biggest fear right now is an Emrakul, straight up. KGC minus for a bridge. That'd be my guess. Yes, okay. We can work with this. They're now on the defensive. Windswept Heath. And once we land Ugin, we can start to get card advantage. The turn after, we can World Breaker the bridge and tack down Karn. Ideally grab Tormod's Crypt, though. Doesn't actually matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It might not matter. Another KGC. Okay. Minus KGC for what? Pithy Needle naming Karn or naming Ugin's Lab? Naming Karn I'm okay with. That is actually A-okay by me. Because you're more affected by KGC than I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically 8. But it's not enough for both. And 3 life, draw a card. And pass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play both Chrysalis and World Breaker next turn. Opponent scoops it up. Got there. Ooh, that was concerning. But we got there in the end, so I'll take the W. With that said, we'll be back for round 2. Alright, and we're back for round 2 on the draw, rather on the play for game 1. I don't know why I always get it backwards in my head somehow. This hand kind of sucks. I mean, realistically speaking, what makes this hand good? Utopia Sprawl does not. The Menace Value spell helps, but still kind of meh. Yeah, we can look at this. This is looking more promising. I'll keep drop the Bajuka Bog. The question then becomes whether or not we go Temple into Rumble. Keep drop Bog done. So we could go Temple, and what that would allow us to do if we draw into a 7-mana value spell, right, is go Lab, 7-mana value spell, Talisman into Rumble. So I think we do go Temple. Yeah? Yeah. Let's do that. It opens up some lines that we otherwise would not have available. Well, I do like going Wooded Foothill into... Or rather, Wooded Foothills fetch Commercial District into, I think. Temple into Wooded Foothill fetch is probably better in this case. Always try and keep as many lines open as possible. Pass and pass. It's been a while since I played against Venom. I'm not entirely sure what they're on. I think last time it may have been Boros Energy, but that also could be Victory, Flawless Victory that I'm confusing them for. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I played against Venom, so not sure what they're on right now. Not sure if Moto's having a moment or what. Wonder if I should take a look at the Discord. See if something's going on. General chat. Ooh, okay, Tameo, interesting. Draw. 7-mana value spell, question mark. Blue Tameo, Writhing Chrysalis. Okay, so we'll go Wooded Foothill fetch. Let's go Stomping Grounds, Shock. Rumble, does it resolve? Force check. There's force. We'll pass in full and pass. What I'd ideally like to see is a 7-mana value spell off the top that we can Ugin Lab into Talisman into Chrysalis. Psychic Frog, so looking like it might be Murktide then. I'll attack with Tameo. Opponent gets a clue, draw a card. That is perfect. Imprint, Talisman, no force, unless you play Flare of Denial. Writhing Chrysalis. Triggers and pass. Hold up the ability to respond in case of a Bowmaster. Preordain resolves. Top draw land. Sneaky Reach question mark? Okay, no, what they'll do instead is they will... They'll flip the Tameo, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the same time, there's a possibility of us drawing into Ugin, so I'd rather hold up that 7th mana. That's one thing I will say, Ugin does kind of change the math a little bit sometimes. Fetch. Shock. And draw. Yes. Malevolent Rumble. Do we hold up a green source is the question. I mean, what's our best number of hits off of Rumble? Is it 5? 1, 2. So Kindred instant. Then no sorcery, planeswalker, creature, artifact. So Kindred instant, creature, planeswalker, artifact. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we'd be short, wouldn't we? So in that case, I will cast Rumble and do it like this. Yeesh. We're on turn 4. We haven't played a land for a turn. So I'm thinking I go Verdant Catacombs, to be honest. Breeding Pool is also an option, though. I was just going to scoop, though. Interesting. Not sure why they would scoop there. But I feel like a lot of players do scoop a bit early, in my opinion. Remove some sideboard. We'll cut the Ghost Quarter and cut to Karn. Run it back. Yeah, the good news is we would have been able to be in a good position. I'll keep this. This lets us evoke a Null Drifter if we want. Darkside Shores. Thoughtseize. Probably want to take the Talisman. Maybe the Drifter, though. Drifter is a good option as well. The Talisman lets us ramp, but the Drifter lets us dig a bit deeper. Yeah. So it slows me down a bit. Okay, return. Trying to think what our alternative plan is. K-Return could be relevant if we draw into a red source. The Talisman would have been nice, of course. So I'm going to go Ugin Lab, Imprint Breaker, and pass. We're going to hold up the ability to respond, off chance it's relevant. And draw. So Mega Spawn would have been nice, I will admit. We do risk playing into a Bowmaster, which would kind of suck. Interesting. I think I play Breeding Pool tapped and pass. The fact that they know about Null Drifter in hand is what makes me a little bit concerned doing so, but I feel like they would probably cast it now if they had it. We'll hold up the Blade Respond. I feel like if they had a Harbinger, they would have fetched for a Swamps. They don't. The question now becomes what they have in hand. Temple's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, I think we just play the Forest here, since they know about that. An attempt to resolve a Sign Mega Spawn, so we're checking for a Consign then. Do you have a Consign to memory? I guess one benefit of going Temple, of course, would have been if we drew into another Soul Land, we would have been able to play the Breaker or Null Drift. So I can take there, I suppose. Island, pass. Emrakul. Let's start off now. We should probably keep the Ugin Lab up. So 1, 2, 3. Draw 2. Do you have the Bowmaster? No Bowmaster, Dismember solid. We'll pass. 2, 4, 6. We can cast the World Breaker next turn then. Subtlety is fine. Yeah, I can start healing damage, but that's not the end of the world right now. So this Dismember is not... I shock that. Interesting. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take the 3. Oh, Kaito. Yes, Kaito resolves. Does have hexproof. The fact that this has hexproof pisses me off. It is just very strong. Like, let me interact with it as a creature, please. Surveil 2, draw a card. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Draw. Sanctum of Ugin. There's a thought. Interesting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go Sanctum of Ugin and cast the World Breaker. We'll go after Darkslick Shore. Actually, I should have probably gone after the Sewers or Watery Grave just in case they play Verges, but I don't think they do. Interesting. They let that resolve, so no counter spell at the very least. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could go for a Cyrus 7 Deaths. Yeah, let's do that. Cyrus 7 Deaths. And pass. So they can tap the World Breaker. That would be fine. Not the end of the world. Fetch the Bloodstained Mire. Swamp. Okay, that tells me Harbinger. Tap. Hit me for 4. Draw. Another Sire. Now, I do wish that I had played the Windswept Heath and fetched for a... I guess we wouldn't have been able to actually go for it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's call their bluff. Damn. Counterspell. Windswept Teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9. Yeah, things are looking grim. That Talisman would have been really nice earlier. We'll take 5 down to 5. Worldbreaker doesn't untap. Yeah, that Harbinger is really well timed. Awkwardly well timed, in fact. Draw. Need a blocker. That's not a blocker. They have lethal on board. You have the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe they just held the counterspell because they knew they could tap down the breaker. That could have been their thought. Let's run this back like this. Yeah, I do wonder if maybe, seeing that subtlety, if I should have just, not devoured, but dismembered it. I will keep this. I will go to main. I think we go Ugin Lab, Imprint Drifters. We insulate it. That way a Thoughtseize will still let us go Temple into a K command if we draw into it. Otherwise, we can always Stomping Ground, Shock, and go K return if needed. Or Grave Shock. Let's see the Thoughtseize. Imagine you take KGC, because if KGC resolves and I get Bridge, you don't have much in the way of dealing with it. No, this is only MTGO. That's surprising. Let's go Temple, and then pass. Swamp. Frog resolves. Question of the day now becomes whether or not they have a subtlety or force, right? Wooded Foothills, fetch. For a forest. Do we attempt to resolve KGC? They obviously know about it. My main concern is them having a force or subtlety, and since they went for a swamp, it feels like they have a harbinger. I think in retrospect I should have played the Stomping Grounds, damn. I was right about the force. There's the sink. We'll hold back then. Polluted Delta, they'll attack with a frog. We'll draw a card. Yeah, I do think maybe Stomping Grounds Shocked would have been right, because now they're going to play the Harbinger. I'm going to return Null Drifter to hand. Talisman of Impulse. Stomping Ground. Talisman. K return. Do you have another force? You do not. Harbinger down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 off of the drift. Draw. Temple. Triggers. You want to pitch some cards? You do not. So we'll sweep, resolve, and counter. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thoughtseize. I don't know if you can ignore this Emrakul, but you go for the Karn. Okay, Sporific Springs, Bolt, another Harbinger. Okay, draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sire, 7 deaths. And yeah, I think that's GG's. I don't think they have a clean way to deal with Sire. Solid win against Murktide. Yeah, I think the only thing that maybe I could have done differently was to have shocked in the Stomping Ground rather than going for the Utopia Sprawl. I think that had I not drawn on the Talisman, the game would have looked a lot different. So I think I could have played that a little bit better. I think I took the wrong line by going Utopia Sprawl for red. Because if they did have the force, then we were kind of in a bit of a struggle. Which they did, so I should have just played the Stomping Grounds tapped and passed. In retrospect, that is what we should have done. But that said, we'll be back for round 3. Alright, and we're back for round 3 on the draw for game 1. Probably should have waited until my opponent had declared that they're going to play first. I'd gotten better at doing that, but recently I've been a little bit worse for it, so we'll be back once our opponent has returned. Of course, like 5 seconds later. This hand is okay. We can draw into a 7-mana value spell, so 11 hits there, or a temple. So looking at 15, I will keep and pass. Oh, looks like another mirror match. Mono green, question mark. Let's go red and pass and pass. Yeah, this could be a problem. Malevolent Rumble, they grab... What did they grab? Oh, they grabbed Karn? Hold on. Oh, they chose Karn the first one, and then Ugin on the second. Draw some mana value spell. Shoot. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's unfortunate because they'll play Karn next turn at the very least. I mean, I got nothing much here. Do I go red or blue? I think we go red still. And now we hope that we don't just lose to a Karn into liquid metal coating, because they need a soul land, specifically a lab. Frick! Now we need a 7-mana value spell ASAP, because now they can play Karn into coating. Coating targets sprawl. Yeah, that's a problem. Man, we have so many good hits off the top, and we just oh, even worse. I mean, unless they have a Ghost Quarter, Stirrings, Command. Yeah, things are looking grim here. Okay, that's looking more promising. The question now becomes twofold. Hold on. Okay, so the question becomes twofold. They clearly going to be able to go Karn into coding. We could just go Myco Spawn. I'm tempted to go Myco Spawn into a Soul Land. But I'm also worried about the number of types they have in Yard right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so I think I need a Bajuka Bog. Go Bajuka Bog. That stops them from casting Emrakul at least. And next turn we can play Karn. The only issue with Karn is that they can 1000% command my Myco Spawn. There's Karn. Minus for Liquid Metal. The good news is that while they can Liquid Metal Soul Land, it won't matter too much. Yes, that's fine. Draw. Play Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, I'll play Sanctum of Ugin. I mean, if we attack, there's no way they don't block. So attack Karn. The reason why I'm happy to trade that is because this way they can't K command my Mega Spawn and then attack into Karn. The question now becomes whether or not we need to go for bridge, right? Yeah, that could be a problem. Bridge might be correct. Almost like this where I kind of wish I had Disruptor Flute, right? Honestly, I'm not sure what I'd cut for it. Maybe the K return, but energy's just so prevalent that I don't think I can. If energy dropped in meta share, then I think sure, but tis not an option. So yeah, tick up of Karn or tick down for bridge. I think we tick down for bridge. Keep in mind, most green lists run some number of World Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can't play the Ugin this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I returned the Ugin now, though, and that makes no sense. Oh, I guess they haven't played a land. Trigger Sanctum, sure. Choose not to. K command, so they find a land. Then they can play the Ugin. And that is an issue, because Ugin is very much a good mirror breaker. It did not find a land, though. Weird. Oh, I will take up with Karn. And play bridge. Oh, I should have... No, I don't think I could, in good faith, take up on bridge. The problem is now that Liquid Metal Coating will still be able to attack. Shoot. Yeah, that's an issue. Had I done this 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess I could have grabbed a... Yeah, shoot. It doesn't even matter. So in Myco Spawn targets, goes after the forest. Yes, that makes sense to me. So yeah, I do wonder if maybe I should have attempted to grab a Chrysalis as a blocker. Either that or we need to just tick up on... Oh, okay, it didn't matter. It did not matter. Return to hand. But why not go for bridge? Yeah, I mean, you already could. Yeah, it says greater, not greater or equal to. They could already have attacked Karns. That's a non-issue. Fetch the Misty Rain for a commercial district trigger. Need another Karn now. Drifter doesn't cut it. Into yard you go. Temple. Yikes. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Oh, Jesus. No. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop here. They have Ugin. Yeah, I think that's probably the right move. So Eldrazi Ramp. Lost for game 1. Let's move on to game 2. They're going to start stripping our lands, and the only way we'd be able to keep up is to find another Karn. Just does not seem like a winning strategy at that point. Go to sideboard, and let's run it back. Yeah, the green version's definitely becoming more popular. The thing is, it does lose out on a lot of interaction in the mirror match. Of course. Mulligan this. Gemstone, why are you here? Can I keep this in good faith? Yeah. Ditch. Ugin. Done. Burning Cat, pass. Put a pause on end step. And if they just have a faster hand, we're SOL. Stirring suggests something a bit slower, though grabbing the temple is rough. I'd like to see a soul land off the top, ideally a lab. Commercial District trigger, Emrakul, I don't think I can support that right now. Not it. So I think we go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Talisman, Impulse, and pass. Next turn we can K command. They grab Talisman. Draw. So I think we'll K command the spawn out now. This way we can go into a World Breaker next turn. Okay, we're set up for a World Break. Talisman. Sprawl. And Wooded Foothills. Okay. Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play the temple. Just on the off chance. How many types do they have in yard right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Opponent scoops? Okay. They must just have a really slow hand, so we'll take the W there. Okie dokie. Well, let's run it back. No changes. Gemstone Cavern is very good here. Gemstone, ignore everything I said bad about you just a few moments ago. I will keep. Now the question becomes, would I exile to Cavernous Souls? It might be the Talisman of Impulse. Yeah, I think it is, because the window of opportunity to cast it is pretty small. And pass. Temple. Rumble. Temple. Pass. This allows us to kick a Myco Spawn on 2. Mortuary. We have nothing to play right now, so we'll pass. Temple. Rumble. Grabs Myco Spawn. Not sure that will matter, friend. Temple, kick. Types in the yard 5, 6, 7. And opponent's going to keep going. I'll grab another temple. And at this point, I'm tempted to K-command the spawn to ensure they can't get the 4. So we're going to scry draw, exile. Done. As I say many times, it's just a resource war. Breaker should close this out, I think. Hugin Lab, perfect. No imprint, rumble. Chooses Wooded Foothills. Again, I think just keeping him off of 4 is the name of the game. So I'm going to... I guess actually before I do that, let's go to combat. See if they want to block the spawn. I'm doubtful, but you never know. Okay. But at least give them a choice. Let's get rid of the green source. And play Ghost Quarter. And pass. Wooded Foothill, fetch, forest, talisman. We haven't seen any other forests, so I think they should still have like 2 in yard. All right, and passing, draw. Let's go to combat. I'll cast Null Drifter. Actually, no, we're going to cast Sire's 7 Deaths because I don't think they can actually deal with that. And I think that will just present lethal damage. Pass. And hold. Eldrazi Temple. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 2 short on Emrakul. And I think the Saracen thus should secure the win. Karn, let's go attacking before we do anything else. See if they have a K command. X equals 4 doesn't cut it, does it? No, I guess it does. Draws a card. Yes. Opponent, you've made a critical error. Trample. Yep. You needed to block the Mycospawn. If you didn't block the Mycospawn, you lose. But even then, I'm not sure it would have mattered because we could have easily at that point Ghost Quarter the Temple. We could have played Karn into Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt, get rid of Yard just to ensure they can't get into an Emrakul. Yeah, the game was pretty much over. So, solid game 3 and game 2 against Mono Green Eldrazi Ramp. So far, Karn Eldrazi Ramp or Teamer is proven to be the better version. Though, I think it more comes to do with just the overall build of the deck rather than specifically the color combination. But that said, we'll be back for round 4. All right, and we're back for round 4 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look at opening hand. I mean, we have 8 hits off the top. Otherwise, this feels kind of rough. I'll keep it though, and I think we go blue instead of red on Utopia Sprawl, so that way, worst comes to worst, we can Null Drift or we draw into just a untapped land. A Forest here would royally suck though. Alright, we're good. And pass. Flooded Strand. I mean, if this is energy, that would be unfortunate too. Sacred Foundry looks like it is. We need a red source for this return. Yeah, Ragavan's an issue. Commercial District does work. So, Commercial District, trigger. I'd love to see a land, but not a soul land on top. That way you can return onto... I don't want to give them a forest, but we will give them the forest. And then pass, and pass. Plays Arid Mesa. So we'll get the forest for me, not the end of the world. Fetch. Is it a Flage or a Seasoned Pyro? Seasoned Pyro's fine. Do they pitch Flage? They do, so we'll Bajuka Bog. Good timing there. Another K return. Will Bajuka Bog target you? Yes, I could have K return, but I'm kind of hoping they might play something main, so we're just hedging our bets. I guess it may have been worth it to K return into Bajuka Bog, but then we risk a hasty Ragavan, right? K return out. Next turn we can Null Drift and clear if needed. Guide of Souls. Fetch. I would love for them to overextend into this Null Drifter. Ocelot Pride trigger. Do you have one more? You do. Ocelot Pride trigger. So we'll sweep with the K return from Null Drift. Let's draw 2. And then sweep. I'll play Verdant Catacombs and pass. And put a pause on end step. Arena of Glory. Fable of Mirror Breakers, fine. Fetch. Let's go for a Stomping Grounds tapped. 2 types in yard. Play Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will kick a Myco Spawn. I'm going to get rid of Arena of Glory. No hasted creatures, please. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll go Temple. Fable of Mirror Breaker. Discard cards. Raven Charm. Little do they know. Galvanic Discharge. That will resolve. I'm going to Kozilek's Command. See if we can get Emrakul out. And done. Another Emrakul. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Land. Ugin. Ugin works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Target Fable the Mirror Breaker. And then next turn we can cast Emrakul for the win. plus, draw a card, gain 3 life. Sanctum of Ugin, perfect, we'll pass. I mean, I don't think there's a clean way for them to get through this. And pass. Season Pyro. Ocelot Pride. Game 3, draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 13. Debating. Yeah, I think we just Ugin Lab, Imprint, Emrakul. Cast Talisman of Impulse, exile you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And done. Target, trigger, and then our turn comrade. And yeah, that should be the game. Not to mention we're going to be able to ult Ugin next turn. So yeah, that's a GG's. I mean, we could just go a Sire 7 Death as it doesn't have a cast trigger, I suppose. Swine Mega Spawn actually might be nice, because then we can kick it. Yeah, we'll go Swine Mega Spawn. Because we'll kick it from hand. It's one of the few cards that doesn't benefit all too much from Ugin in the normal way. Alright, opponent. Tis an Ajani. Tis a Flage. No real point in playing either, so I'm just going to pass in full. And pass. Flage can hit Ugin for what it's worth. Arena of Glory. There's an Ajani. I guess you can Flage the cat, but that's not really going to cut it. Flage targets Ugin. And draw. Null Drifter. Ugin plus. Let's see, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 minus 4 would be 6. I'm not too worried about it. Trigger. A Johnny down. Kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of Arena of Glory. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we only have access to 6. So we'll just hold up the Kozilek's return. No real big deal. Let's see. We'll just go Temple. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Wooded Foothills. Go to combat. Alright, opponent. I mean, I don't think you can really get out of this one alive. Down to 6. I'm drawing 2 cards a turn, gaining 3 life all the while. Yeah, I'm just exiling your board every time. This against Energy, win for game 1. Solid showing from Ugin. I'll cut the Ghost Quarter and cut to Karn. Run it back. Yeah, I have to say, I wasn't sold on Ugin. Kind of feels like Sire all over again, but at least this time I realized it a whole lot sooner. Wasn't sold on Ugin, and then it started to grow on me a little bit, and then now that I've kind of started to play around the clunkiness, which is playing around Temple, yeah, Ugin's feeling great. I will absolutely keep this. Worst thing here would be, of course, like a Molten Rain or a Charmoss. Like, worst thing we could see here on turn 1 is a Ragavan. Sacred Foundry Shock. For white, that's fine. Also, probably even better if it was a... Ooh, that is good. We'll go Temp and Pass. And Pass. I'll take the 1. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm tempted to play the Wooded Foothills here. Onslaught Pry. We definitely need a sweep. Ugin's Lab. Yeah, I don't exactly want to play into the Charmoss, so I think going Wooded Foothills here. Fetch Shock into Talisman is right. Let's fetch, shock, Talisman, pass. And then next turn, I can clear the board. Molten Rain, yep. 7 to 9, down to 10. Triggers. And draw. Tempted to play the Ugin Lab. Or Cavernous Souls, not the Temple. I think we go Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. This way I can still play the K return. But this way if they have a Charmaw, it's not as damaging. Let's see if they play anything in main. Maybe I should have probably played around a City's Blessing. Well, we're going to K return now. Arid Mesa fetch. Goblin Bombardment. Probably should have played that first, but fair is fair. So they definitely don't have the Charmal, I don't think. Let's go Temple. Talisman. And then Exile. Yes. We'll sack it. No, you didn't sack it. Why is that? Okay. 1 card left in hand. Hold up the blade to respond. Off chance that's relevant. Worst thing here could be an Ajani. Fable's fine. Draw. Cyrus 7 deaths is perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play Ugin Lab. No imprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not certain if I want to clear board here, but I mean, this forced them to sack or not sack, right? I'm gonna choose no. I mean, if this remains on board, they're gonna be in trouble. Discard 2, draw 2 fresh. Static Prison, targeting the Sire. Ward 7. Yes, that is fine. I'll take the 2 down to 8. It's not preferable, but I think it is right. Actually, I think I will block in retrospect. Yeah, I think that's correct. Also, you got a Flage, targets me. Yep, and then sack it, targeting spawn. I'll pass in full. We'll exile that from Yard, so I have no problem with that. I really want to scry draw. One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could x equals 6 or x equals 5. If I were to do this, I would x equals 5. So that way I can scry draw ideally into a Myco spawn. Trigger, cast. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also hold up both red and green, but I think I just dig deep instead. So I mean, Myco spawn is perfect, so bottom, 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 top, and top. No imprint. And kick. We'll get rid of the Elegant Parlor, and then Bajuka Bog. Target you. Once that Sire comes from underneath that Static Prison, we're in a good spot, but until then, we are on a razor's edge. Fable flip. We'll pay for prison, of course. There's Reflection of the Kiki Jiki. I need to draw into something here. No attack. Draw. Rumble will help. Ugin, Eye of the Storm is solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll play the lab. No imprint. Unfortunately, does not trigger K return, but that is okay. Trigger. Tempted to go after Reflections of Kiki Jiki, but I think I'm tempted to go after Bombardment, but I think I go after Reflection of Kiki Jiki. So Kiki Jiki down. Bombardment ping me for 1. And then game 3, draw a card. K returns solid. No attacks. And again, the moment that Sire comes out from underneath that static prison, you're in trouble. This K return is going to be fantastic. Land for turn, tapped. What is that last card in hand is my question. Must be another land, I think. Draw. Dismember. I'm gonna draw a card. Alright. I'm gonna leave green-red up. And done. Target bombardment. Let's see, we don't need lands right now. So let's go Myco Spawn, Rumble, 8, 9, 10, World Breaker, Null Drifter, Emrakul. Go to combat. Do you block? 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one. Triggers. Goblin is down. No. Our turn, comrade. Wear tear. Wow, okay. What is happening? Oh, they played wear tear. I was like, what has happened? I don't know. I thought that was their hand, which I mean, I guess it was. Trigger. Thank you. I'll just sack that. Play this. Fetch. And what I'll do is I'll grab an Elegant Parlor, set up your next draw. Yeah, you can have Monastery. Yeah, that's fine. And pass. And that should be the game. Solid win. All right, we'll be back for round 5. All right, and we're back for round 5. On the draw for game 1, we mulligan this hand. I mean, I'd love to keep it if we had another land, right? Could we risk it? Maybe, but I feel like we could have just as easily done that the last ones. We're going down to 5. We'll keep this one. The return's a little bit rough. No red sources right now. Dump forest, dump, return. And let's see what we're playing up against. Arid Mesa. Okay. Gemstone, you're a bit late this time. We'll go Breeding Pool, tapped. My concern with them not fetching that Arid Mesa off the bat is that this is Ruby Storm, and if that's the case, our game 1 is going to be rather weak. keeps it on top. Flooded Strand. Interesting. Go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Let this resolve. I think I might want to go Null Drifter, just so we can dig a bit deeper, because right now I have 1, 2, 3, next turn 4, and we'll go Null Drift. And hold, on the off chance that's relevant. Otherwise, we'll evoke the Null Drifter to dig a bit deeper. Fetch. Sacred Foundry Shock for... Whoa. Hello. That's unexpected. Felia. So this might be energy after all. Shock Sacred Foundry. Pyro, yeah, looking like it. We'll pass in full. Well, I mean, a K return would be nice. Right now, actually, I think better yet, I'd love the Sowing Myco spawn off the top. Oh, interesting. Okay. So yeah, they're trying to get Flage out next turn, I'm guessing. Draw. Perfect timing. So in that case, we don't have to Ugin's Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will imprint a Null Drifter. Cast Sowing Myco spawn for Bajuka Bog. If we need to next turn, we can evoke the Null Drifter to dig a bit deeper. At this point, we'll hold up the ability to respond, just in case they tried to Galvanic Discharge or Static Prison the spawn. Bombardment. That's a bit frightening, especially as they can continue Static Prison on the Sowing Myco spawn. Yes. Will they flicker the Season Pyro, or will they flicker my spawn out? I guess they could just ping the spawn, flicker the Pyro, deal me 5. That's probably right in the grand scheme of things. Interesting. Haven't seen Felia in Energy in a hot minute. Okay. We'll take the 6 down to 12. Yep. At least it forces them to sack something. Double land. Okay. Draw. KGC. KGC can't really do too much, and this Goblin Bombardment's going to be an issue regardless. 4, 6, 8. We're dead on board currently. Null Drifter ain't doing enough. KGC EE might help. Okay, so we'll go Sanctum of Ugin. So KGC minus. And then EE for 0 at least removes 2 damage. I'll still take 2, 6. 8. No, I think they still have it, don't they? Yeah, I think they do. I'm not sure it's going to matter. For 0. Static Prison trigger. Attack me or attack at Karn? Attack me. So I think they've already done the math. Flicker, target. Pyro. I'll just EE now and pass. So they'll hit me for 2. Down to 10. Down to 6. Okay, we're not dead yet. If they have more creatures in hand, we definitely are. Land. Fetch. Pyro. Pitch 2, draw 2. So down to a theoretical 3. Down to a theoretical 1. You have a non-land. And that is lethal on board. We'll concede out. Alright. Not much could have been done there. Yeah, the mulligan down to 5 was kind of rough. We could have theoretically kept our opening hand, but didn't really feel great at the time. We'll cut the gemstone, cut the ghost quarter, a Karn, and run it back. Yeah, Felly is an interesting find. I'll be on the play for game 2. Not great, not horrible, I'll keep. Need to see a land next turn. For red, and pass, and pass. Ideally a soul land, that would be lovely. Got a souls, that's fine. Please give me a land. No luck. In that case, talisman. For blue. And pass. Next turn we can Myco spawn. Take the 1. Looks like they have a slower hand, which is good for us. Draw. Wooded Foothills. Cast Myco spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could go lab, but I think we stick with temple. And the reason being is this way we can play the sire next turn. Whereas we go Ugin's lab for the chance that we draw into an Ugin, then we don't have that ability if we whiff. We'll pass. Arena of Glory, Arid Mesa. Do they have a Molten Rain? Molten Rain would be rough. Yeah, I did say it would be rough. Go to combat. Fetch with the Wooded Foothills. We have a red source as in the talismans. I'm just gonna go. Actually, I'm not certain that I'm not playing White Orchid Phantom, so I think I'm gonna go Stomping Ground Shock. And then Ramp, Exile. And draw. We'll hold up the command, attack of the Soin Mycospawn, and pass. Hasting, looks like a Charmaw. It is indeed. Targets Eldrazi Temp in response. X equals 3, so we're up to 5. 5, 9. Then we're cool. None of this is really cutting it, so I think we bottom all. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I do want that Sire of 7 deaths, but I think we need lands as follow-up. Null Drifter is solid, actually. Oh no, because we're down 2, right, Jesus. I'll take the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I need a soul land. Chrysalis actually does help. Ramps is 1. This at least gives us some protection from the Charmaw. And Johnny resolves. Hopefully you don't have a Galvanic Discharge to flip it. Ragavan's fine. Only have 5 mana. I need a soul land ASAP. Command actually is fantastic here. Let's see here. How do I want to proceed? See, I want to get rid of that. Yeah, I think we just do this. One, 2, 3. And done. Unfortunately, it doesn't ramp us all too much, just kind of keeps us where we were. A Static Prison just hoses us, though. Pyro. Makes you feel like they're going to pitch a Flage. If so, we have to Karn into... No Flage, thankfully. Okay. That's promising. Ocelot Pride. City's Blessing. Thankfully, no life gain. Again, need a soul land. There it is. One, 2, 3. An 8, 9. We're just gonna hold back. Fetch Arid Mesa for a Surveil land. And there's a hasty Flage. Oh, geez. Do we have enough life gain off of Sire? I think we do. So I don't think we're dead, thankfully, but still. Guide of Souls. Seasoned Pyro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, the Sire Sendas is going to attack in. We're going to Karn for a Tormod's Crypt. And draw. go to combat. You're gonna have to give me a ton. Yep. That's Utopia Sprawl for blue. KGC, KGC minus for Tormod's Crypt. Cast Tormod's Crypt. Do we actually need to do this right now? No, we'll wait till upkeep. Now we do it. So Flage out. Next turn we can sweep a significant amount of the board with an EE. They're hasting something. With Ophelia, that could be interesting, actually. It's another Charmaw, it's not the end of the world. But Ophelia could be problematic. Huh. They need to deal me 16 damage. I don't know if they have enough. That's going to be close, that's for sure. Shoot. Oh boy. Because, yeah, we can block with the Writhing Chrysalis. Oh, and a Bombardment too? You got to be joking me. Oh boy. Oh, that was unexpected. Yeah, Sire's 7 deaths will get blinked out. We can block Obsidian Charmaw and whatever the next biggest creature is. So it just comes down to whether or not I die. I'm not sure if they've done the math or not, but I don't... Ballpark math here, I don't like my odds, I'll tell you what. Shoot. Yeah, that was the worst case scenario by far. Oh wait, why are you going for the Chrysalis? What? Did my opponent just... I'm confused. Oh, because they sack... Right, they just sack whatever I block. Right. So for example, we block the Charmaw. And we block, let's say... I don't know... the season, or I guess the Ragavan. They sack the Charmaw. Yeah, the Bombardment. Takes those off board. Do I die? 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, which means then Bombardment finishes me off. Damn it. Yeah, that's how that goes sometimes. Oh, energy. Just Bombardment me, thank you. And dead. Yeah, the Thelia, I think, was the only thing that... Well, I mean, I guess Bombardment. But yeah. Damn. Well, 'tis unfortunate, but that is how the dice roll sometimes. With that said, we'll be back for round... What was that, round 5? Round 6. Alright, and we're back for round 6 on the play for game 1. Take a look. I will keep... We need to find a 7-mana value spell off the top. Thankfully, we can try and stack one off the top with Commercial District. Because then if we find another soul land, specifically a temple with the rumble, we can kick a Myco spawn on 3, which would be good. Another lab, we'll put that to grave, and pass, and pass. Elegant Parlor, a little bit worried about Ruby Storm as per usual, keep it on top. Let's go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Rumble. There's Emrakul. And pass. Right now we're at 7. Wooded Foothill. Okay, that's what I was concerned about, that this was Ruby Storm. We'll go Ugin Lab, Imprint. KGC. And then KGC minus for Tormod's Crypt. Alright, we hold. We did knock them off of a source, at the very least, and Tormod's Crypt will make it more difficult for them to go off. Next turn we can kick a Myco spawn if needed, but most likely we'll just minus Karn for a Chalice of the Void X equals 2. Mountain. There's Ruby Medallion. Ritual resolves. Wren's Resolve lands. They found an Impulse. Another Impulse draw. Do you have a Ritual? Shoot. Yeah, I needed just one more land. Manamorphose. Ral resolves. Impulse. Ral needs to not flip. Lost. Need more lands off the top here, opponent. There's a Wish. And a Ritual in hand. Jesus Christ. Need them to lose the flip. They won the flip, so they flip Ral. It's not over yet, but it's not looking good, I'll tell you what. There's the Past in Flames. I mean, I think from this alone, they just win off the storm count. The yard's not even relevant. Damn. Because, yeah, they'll Past in Flame, sure. We'll be able to Tormod's Crypt it, but moot point. Ralph flips anyways. And all they need to do at this point is find Grape Shot. I still haven't found it somehow. But even if they don't have one main, they have the Wish. Unfortunate is what that is. One Past in Flames. We'll get one cast and then we'll Tormod's Crypt. The thing is, I guess they can just instant speed all their rituals. Yeah, I just don't think it matters. Because the problem is, yeah, let's ritual off. And it just did not matter what we did there, I don't think. Let's concede. No. I mean, there's no point. We'll just make them burn their clock a bit, but... If we had found the Emrakul turn earlier, then we would have been in a better position. Because I think at that point, we would have been able to... Let's see. Would we have been able to do anything differently? Maybe not, actually. Well, I guess if we had it on 2, yeah. I mean, we'd be able to do something a little bit more. Maybe. There's the grape shot. Yeah, it just didn't matter what we did. Did not matter. So I'm trying to think here as far as our sideboard guide's concerned. I also bring in the Soulless Jailer. I wonder if we do... Guys, bring in Soulless Jailer, bring in Stonebrain. Oh, do I actually bring in Stonebrain? Hold on. Ruby Storm. Yeah, Chalice, Explosives, Jailer, Brain, Dismember. I wonder if maybe I should bring in Consign. There's a thought. We could just cut Karn entirely. And dead. Okay. Well, it was unfortunate. Yeah, we're one land off of getting Jailer. So let's see. We want Jailer, Dismember, EE Chalice. All of them in. We can cut the Gemstone and the Ghost Quarter. Return. That leaves in Brain, which Brain is nice. It can slow them down, but we could just cut the Brain for Karn, I suppose. Alternatively, I could cut Karn and 2 7 mana value spells for Consign. Maybe this is right. If that's the case, then we might want to keep just a Jailer and bring in the Brain like I have currently mapped out. Yeah. Let's do it like this then. Let's run it back. On the play for game 2. We'll keep this. I think we'll tuck the our Ugin under Lab. Play Brain, crack Brain next turn. imprint, cast, pass, and pass. The question is what to hit. We could hit Past in Flames. I think we hit Ral. Grab Ral Monsoon Mage. Just that Ral does so much more than Ruby Medallion. Like, yeah, we have more answers for Ral. But, like, Ral can just flip out of nowhere and then get them 8 deep with Impulse Draws. So Ral out. And pass. Would love a green source for this Rumble. I do have access to Ruby Medallion, but now they need more Impulse Draws. What's our best top deck next turn? Probably Soulish Jailer, Chalice of the Void, EE would not cut it. For Medallion. K command. Gonna scry draw. Just do not want to give them a chance. X equals 4. Whiffed. We have access to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we could go temp. We didn't play a land for turn. I mean, I'm tempted to World Break. So maybe just bottom all Wooded Foothills Fetch? Or Wooded Foothills Malevolent Rumble, yeah. Let's bottom all. But the Wooded Foothills. Top and draw. Oh no, I did play a land, that's right. Shoot. Alright, well, next turn. And now we hope that we don't lose. Well, at least be able to get rid of the Ruby Medallion. There's the Impulse Draw. Another Impulse Draw. Not to mention they have another land in hand. There's the Mountain. I mean, they could just win off of the Ruby Medallion. Ritual. And now we wait. I guess there is an argument to hold up the ability to respond in case they Grape Shot target a spawn. The reason why that's relevant is because if they do that, another Impulse Draw. Manamorphose. Yeah, maybe I should have bottomed all and drawn the last card on top. Just try and Hail Mary into a Chalice of the Void or Soulish Jailer. Because now we're in trouble. Valakut, draw 4. They might just win this turn. Ritual. Ritual. They're gonna Past in Flames. Yeah, we lose. Yep. Shoot. Yeah, if we had seen Karn, if we had seen Jailer, if we had seen Chalice, we would be in a good spot. But we did not. Manamorphose. Artist Talent to cycle. Rit. I mean, they really just need to get enough mana. I guess maybe they're playing around the thought of me exiling Grape Shot from Yard, which is smart. So, yeah, I guess they're just going to try and go for 19, which I think they should be able to get. I'm just going to pass in full. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. What's the conversion rate of Ruby Storm been recently? I know Thinker posted it on Modern Magic. Conversion rate. Ruby Storm, 20%. I mean, it's not bad. It's not as big as, like, Is It Prowess right now at 31.13. And to be fair, like, Team or Eldrazi Ramp's at 19. I mean, unless they mess up, they just win. Yeah, they just win. Because they're going to impulse. Yep. Tis a GG's, methinks. I'm gonna be so upset if I draw the last card off top and it's a Karn, Soulless Jailer, or Chalice. One more. And Grape Shot for the win. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else we could really do here. Yeah. I just needed a turn. Here comes the Grape Shot. You got it. Alright, what's the last card on top? Will I kick myself in next entry? The command would let me draw 2 more. No, nothing. Nothing at all. I guess we would have been able to go 1 deeper. Nope. Okay, yeah, so no matter what we did, I mean, it just did not matter. I mean, what else could I have hit with Stonebrain? Not sure there would have been much else I would have chosen. I guess maybe Past in Flames, but even then, they usually have like a one of in the sign they can wish of. And between Ral and Ruby Medallion, yeah, I think they just have it. They would have likely played the Ruby Medallion first to play around the possibility of a K command if I held. So I think I played it correctly. Oof. Well, sometimes I win some, sometimes I lose some. I think we're still in contention for top 8, but it's going to come down to tiebreakers. So hopefully my previous opponents have been getting there. But that being said, we will be back for round 7. All right, and we're back for round 7 on the draw for game 1. I will keep. I will pass. Looks like this might be our mirror. No, Light Spirit. I'm blanking out. Are they on turns? They might be. Emrakul, Imprint, Talisman, pass, and pass. Yeah, I forget if they're on turns. No, it might be the mirror match after all. Rumble, Airghast. Imagine they grab Temple. And draw. Ugh. So we can do a couple of things. I can rumble, but then what? I can return. That at least stops them from setting up for a sowing Mycospawn, right? If I rumble, what can I hit? I don't think anything that would help me, right? Because I'd have 1, 2 mana. I mean, the only thing I could probably hit would be, I guess, a fetch for Stomping Grounds. So we'd have 5 hits off the top if we go Rumble to try and progress. You might have to, because just sitting back might not be enough. So 5 hits, let's send it. That's not enough, or that's not it. The forest is there, but no good. So we'll go forest. Play the forest. Cast Sprawl for red. And pass. So if we don't get kicked by a Mycospawn, we might be in an okay position. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of a rough state. Yep. Damn. We'll make it even worse if they also have access to a Ghost Quarter. They do not. Land. Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For blue. Cast a Mycospawn. Right now they have access to 7. We can knock them down to 6 with a Ghost Quarter. 7, 8, 9, 10. So they are short on Emrakul at least. And this isn't good, no matter how I slice it. We could Ghost Quarter, send them back to 6, so that way they can't World Break if they're playing World Breaker, unless they have another land. But that means I won't really have access to anything else. I'll go Forest. Red. And pass. And we're right now just even short on World Breaker. And no bueno. Fetching. Stomping Ground. So it doesn't matter if we did go for the Ghost Quarter after all. That's what I was afraid of. Cavernous Souls is doing nothing. Pass. But it certainly ain't looking good for us, friends. So good news, I can clear the spawns. Resolve. And clear. And pass. I'm not sure that will really matter. They can play pretty much everything in their deck. We're not out, but we certainly are in a good spot. This looks like it could be World Break. It's gonna set me back to 2. Yeah, I think at this point the game is over. So when Micah spawn, this may back even further. We're just gonna concede here. There is not much we can do about that. So Eldrazi Ramp, lost for game 1. Let's go back to go to sideboard for game 2. Consigned memory in. Return out. Since they're on Urgas, there is an argument for maybe some number of Dismember. Maybe. At the same time, Consign is just ridiculously good into this matchup. On the play for game 2. Yeesh. Drawing to a 7-mana value spell would be solid. I'll keep it. Down to 6. It's very top deck reliant, but I think we might be able to make it work. Pass. And pass. Ugin Lab, Imprint, Emrakul, or Stonebrain. Stonebrain's okay. Not the biggest fan of it in the matchup. 7-mana value spell would be nice. Not it. Let's go Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. Malevolent Rumble. I mean, if I grab Karn, I feel like they're just going to go after Karn. At least it's a draw one, I suppose. And pass. And pass. Brain, target me, name Karn. It forces their hand to do so, right? I think they're playing far enough behind that Karn is a necessary choice. Yep. We at least get a draw off of it. You now know about the consign in hand, though, so they'll be playing around that. Wooded Foothills is solid, because that allows us to hold up the consign. Draw. Emrakul. Okay. Cast Talisman of Impulse. Wooded Foothills. And pass. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a forest. Rumble resolves. Imagine you grab Soin Myco Spawn. fetch. For a breeding pool, tapped. Second consigned to memory, solid. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll play the forest. So we're at 11. So a 7-mana value spell off the top will get us to Emrakul. Alright, well, we hold. Only upsetting part is we don't have a second blue source. Lab. No imprint. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're playing directly into the consign, right? Consign, replicate. So first target. And 2. So we already targeted the first, second, and then third. At this point we pass. Command is solid. In that case, I think I will imprint the Emrakul. And we hold. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 short on the Emrakul from underneath lab. Speak of the devil. World Breaker. Hold up. I want to make sure I actually clicked with replicate. And this is targeting 1, so this will target 2. So they are setting up for Emrakul. End step. Kozilek's command. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Because you'll be able to return World Breaker multiple times. I'm going to scry draw here. Because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's do this. So let's go bottom, top, bottom, top, and draw, then draw. So I'm trying to think what I can do here. I can summon Megaspawn Bajuka Bog. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 14, 15. 15 minus 3 will work. Yes. So confirming one more time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. And it'll be 15 minus 4, wouldn't it? Yeah. Because we just cast Myco Spawn. Okay, in that case, because we can't cast Myco Spawn and, because we only have 1, 2, 6, which would get us to 11. Okay, never mind then. So, we can kick Myco Spawn, Bajuka Bog. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. 15 minus 4 would be 11 as well. So yeah, we can't even kick a Myco Spawn and do that. Alright, well, let's return Emrakul to hand. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Our turn, comrade. Yep, return Emrakul to hand. And perfect. Draw. Go to main. I'm going to Ugin Lab, trigger, imprint. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we can Malevolent Rumble. I'm going to choose none of these. And then we are going to hold priority. Make sure that I'm holding the control button. Sacrifice Ugin Lab. And while holding priority, activate World Breaker again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of the temp. And then pass. And pass. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Kick a Myco Spawn, target temple, grab a Jukabog, hold up blue for a consign. Yeah. Okay. Win for game 2. Consign game and clutch as per usual. Or run it back as is. Oh boy. I will keep Gemstone, Exile Talisman, and pass. Ugin Lab, Imprint, Airghast, Talisman. Okay. Draw. Chrysalis. Temple. Malevolent Rumble. We could go KGC. I think we go Sowing Myco Spawn, because KGC will only be like KGC and then into nothing, so yeah, Sowing Myco Spawn. And pass. And pass. 4 types in yard for Emrakul as well, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Talisman, Temple, and K command. That's fine. Means we can't kick, but imagine you grab Soin Myco Spawn. Yes. Draw. Utopia Sprawl. Windswept Heath. Fetch. For a forest. Utopia Sprawl. For red. So now there's an interesting question here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we'll be short. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So the question becomes, do I go for a Ghost Quarter or not? Because Ghost Quarter would be able to get rid of Airghast. Now leave him with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 still, is the only problem. My other concern, though, is that right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a possibility of them just going for an Emrakul. And another one if they go 1, 2, 3, 4, go for a red source. No, I'd still be short. Let's go Bajuka Bog, play it safe. And pass. So we'll kick for Myco Spawn. Target the forest as expected. That does get a type into Yard at least. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Would like a land. Rumble. Imagine you grab the Chrysalis. The problem is next turn they can Airghast. Another Sprawl, but we don't have anything to do with it. Damn. I needed that Writhing Chrysalis. Now we can't cast it this turn. No, we should hold up the blue. Actually, hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. No, still short. Okay, yep, Talisman it is. Don't want to increase the number of types in Yard if I don't have to. We'll pass. Yeah, this Airghast is a problem. They need double red, though. Oh, that's double red. So they can cast Writhing Chrysalis and Airghast. Yep. That looks like they're kicking something instead. Jeez, okay. Yep, that will resolve. So no Writhing Chrysalis next turn either. Things were looking promising. Now they're not. Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. What? Oh, that's concerning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you got it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need a rumble. Okay, command. That puts us up to 8. 9, 10. I'm not sure I can make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I command X1, 8, 9. We only have 11. We can X2, but then what? I don't think anything we do would matter. How to get out of this jam? I'm not sure there is a good way. Because if we draw into a Malevolent Rumble, does that matter? I don't think so. Another command. Okay. Might be able to make that work. Top. And top. Oh, we're still missing a type. Missing artifact. Shoot. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, if our board state didn't get interacted with, then we'd have enough. That's not exactly going to happen. And if I imprint, they know about the Emrakul. Because I don't think... No, they don't know about it. No imprint. And at that point, we'll pass. And pass. Shifting Woodlands on top of which. Yikes. What's my out here? Do I even have one? Sanctum of Ugin trigger. Can't be countered. So when Myco Spawn is back up next turn. We'll take. Draw. Kind of back in that same position we were earlier. Hold on by a thread. Lab, seriously. 7, 8, 9. Bottom, top draw, no imprint. The next problem is if they're smart, they'll Bajuka bog us. Not to mention about to exile half my deck. Yeah, I think this is a GG's. I don't foresee a way out of this one. Damn. We're pretty close, but every single time we got there, they just kept on pushing back. Maybe I should have taken that Karn at the start. Oh no. It's by no means ideal, but they have been able to get us out of this jam. Temple. Like, what is my out? I don't think I have one. 1, 2. Here's sowing Mycospawn after this. Are you going to Urgast after? No, there's no reason to. I guess you could, though. Kick Mycospawn, grab a soul land, and then sack Mycospawn to Airgast. Yeah, that seems like what you're doing. Makes sense, since you have nothing in hand. Yeah. So we're back to... Okay, actually, we're at 11. Okay. The question is... Oh, Emrakul on top of which. I mean, yeah, they'll sack the spawns. I was about to say, if we find a soul land off top, then maybe, but no. That's GG's. That is GG's right there. There was not much I can do about that. If they didn't have the Emrakul, then maybe. And it doesn't look like we'll be able to know what the top card is. Yeah, because even if I would have been able to Emrakul, it's not like I can kill the Ulamog short of a big K command, right? And even then, yeah, unfortunate. I'm trying to think if we could have done anything different, but I think overall they just had a little bit more gas than we did. We were always like a turn behind, right? If not for that, then maybe we would have gone somewhere. I feel like we had a good start, but yeah, it just kind of toppled away. I think that maybe if we had grabbed Karn at start, it would have bricked 2 talismans. Not that we knew that at the time. So, give and take there, I suppose. Hard to say for certain. But either ways, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. With that loss there, we are 1000% out of contention for the top 8. Though we will end with a 4-3 record. Still pretty respectable. Unfortunate way to end the challenge, as we did start out strong with 4 wins with the 4-0 record, but energy into Ruby Storm into Eldrazi Ramp. I want to say like the only game where I think I could have played a little bit differently may have been against Ruby Storm in game 2, looking back. I think the main thing I could have done differently there was to name Ruby Medallion with the Stone Brain. And the reason being is then if we drew into the K command or other removal like Dismember, like we did, we then could have then held up the K command and exiled Ral. So some give and take there, I suppose. Yeah. So maybe I'll adjust my game plan in the future. Obviously, we didn't know we were going to draw into the K command, but as per usual, you know, you always have to play to your outs. I think in that situation, if we had played to our outs and named Ruby Medallion, drawn into one of our 5 pieces of removal, right? Then it wouldn't have mattered, because then we could have exiled Ral, and then they would have been out both of their mana reducers. So I think that was a misplay. Maybe not a misplay, but a different line we could have taken. And I think it would have ended up better for us. Obviously, knowing that we drew into the K command helps a lot, but I think it would have made more sense to play to routes, and we just didn't. So we'll just adjust our game plan going forward with that thought in mind. Otherwise, solid challenge. Overall, pretty happy with the results. And with that being said, that there will end today's video. As always, if you guys did enjoy the show, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or just some general feedback. It is always appreciated. For as much as I hope that I can teach you something from both my successes and my failures, I hope that you can teach me something as well. Last but not least, if you have made it to this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers, where we can begin monetizing these videos. If you do want to support me monetarily in the meantime, you can always jump on over to my Patreon, where you can get early access to YouTube videos as well as updates to my deck guides. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye!